So for me, the benefit of biking is I love the health benefits.
Right.
I like to, feel in shape. You feel good when you're out on your bike. It clears out your mind, like to be out. For me, it does at least. To be out on your bike and going around the city, it's just thousands of times better than being stuck in a car and, sitting in traffic and, gas breaks every 2 seconds. I mean, you can just zip by all the cars, get to the front of the red light, like right to the front where the red light is, and, sort of keep going. And there's a lot of, I think that relieves a lot of stress that comes with vehicular traffic. I think that's also another benefit. But mostly, I just really love to be out on my bike. Like, there's just no feeling like it, I don't think.
The problem with Boston is it's a very small city compared to others. It's very old. The infrastructure is very old. I don't think there's a lot of room to build an infrastructure like in other cities. It's going to be very difficult to pull that off. Some parts of Boston, maybe, like East Boston, like I said, my area, that would be a great, they would have a great opportunity, I think, to do that. But it would be very, imaginable to have Boston be the ideal biking city,
I would urge people to, understand that cyclists do exist, and there's not going to be anything that's going to make them go away. There's a huge community here in Boston, and there's a lot of activists that promote cycling, and it's not something that's just going to dissolve because, drivers are aggravated with them. The biggest source of problems is the idea that a lot of cyclists have, and I admit that they're being encouraged to have it, that they have every bit as much of a right to access to the streets as somebody who's driving a car. And many of them take it very far. They become self-righteous and even belligerent about it.
Jeff Jacoby's assumption is that people bike because they want to have fun biking, and that cars are in charge, and that's why there are streets and so cars can move around. And both of those assumptions are wrong and offensive. There are many, many people who bicycle because that's how they get around, and the streets were not exclusively for cars, and bikes have just as much a right to be there as anybody else.
It's just going to be a safer way. I don't want to, right. I have nothing against people that ride bicycles.
Right.
But I just, my street very much, in particular, is a very dangerous street.
The trouble if you're a motorist and you run a red light, or you make an illegal turn, or you cut across 2 lanes of traffic, bicyclists do it all the time, and generally speaking, with impunity. And they may find it convenient to just act as though traffic regulations are mere suggestions, not actually requirements. If you're behind the wheel of a car and suddenly a guy on a bicycle cuts right in front of you, the fact that he manages to whip out of your way in time to save his own life doesn't minimize the impact that has on a driver. And heaven help any driver who hits a bicycle rider.
Right.
The assumption is automatically that it's the driver who is at fault. I really don't think there's anything better than biking through Boston. It's a great city to live in and to bike in. And, I just hope that Mayor Walsh's administration does more to beef up bike infrastructure so people can enjoy it safely.